Oops. We almost ended. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to Sharon Review. It's a lovely day in SkitLanta. All I can tell you, guys. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It is such a very interesting day, eh? Hi, Alani. Yes, I saw it. He's stirring up the girls. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Alani. And yes, how was your guys' day? How you guys doing? I mean, it is such an interesting day. You know, the sun is shining today. At least it's not raining as before. And it's Wayne a pot star. Oh my goodness, that man is unbelievable, eh? So now we see what he's up to. He just let Denisha knows what he is in for, and we're here for all the shenanigans that he's up to. He says the ladies are toxic. Who is more toxic than Wayne? After they all showed their shots this morning with all that back and forth, how they were behaving, that was unbelievable, eh, guys? Oh my goodness. That was interesting. That's all I know. It was a very interesting day in SkitLanta. My. Mm. Here. Yeah. So it all went down this morning, that contract, I tell you. I think he did that on purpose. He really did that on purpose. And he's playing the ladies against each other. He is playing them against each other. And that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. They are playing each other. You see, Delicia, go talk to him and tell her, say, wow, you're my favorite. But we're going to get into it. And that's the most important thing. Right? So, before we get started, I'll just see if I have enough of you in the room so we could get started, or we can do a little Q&A, whatever you guys want me to do, I can do that. All right. So, do you guys agree with what Wayne just said to the ladies? Do you guys agree? All right, so let me come back over. Oh, it's a very interesting day. All right. Hi there, Alani. Hi, Goddess. Welcome in. Goddess says, please hit the like button as you guys come on into the room. I need your guys' help, really. Your girl here really needs you guys to hit the like button. Get your girl into the algorithm, please. And thank you very, very much. All right. And Goddess says, good evening, chat. Jeff says here, good afternoon. Hi there, Jeff. How you doing? It was a good skit day. Yes, it was, Jeff. It was beautiful. I just love it. Good evening, Sharon. Thank you, dear Goddess. Hi, Gigi. Good evening, Gigi. How are you doing? Hi, dear Sabrina. I guess you're still on the fence, Sabrina. Oh my goodness. Happy Thursday. What's happening in Skitland? There is a lot, Gigi. It's a lot. A lot going on. There was extreme excitement today. There was a lot of excitement. Of course, Goddess. Wonderful excitement. And we are here for that. Yes. Hi, dear Arrow. Hello, Sharon. How was your day? Oh my goodness, my day was busy. I tried to come on more than once, but I only end up this only my second time here. I need to come on again. I didn't have a productive day, Harold. I dear Lee, I said, oh yes, if you look in your email, you will see the link. Dear, I didn't get to check my email again, but I did send you a link. And Gigi says, Sharon, give me a refresher course on what's happening. I will in a bit, darling. Hi there, Antoinette. How you doing? Antoinette, you off work now? I will send you the link in a bit there too. Just hit the like button. Gigi saying thank you, darling. And Goddess says, please like, share, subscribe to Sharon review. Thank you, darling. And Gigi says, I've been an hiatus, but I've been reading your short and questions. Okay, thank you, darling. Yeah, it keeps me motivated when I can't get anything else to work. So I says, you know what, let me just conversate with you guys. Yeah, so that's what I do. All right, so welcome in everyone. So guys, it was an interesting day. It was indeed an interesting day. And Wayne here, he played everyone like a fiddle. I have no idea why he did that, but he surely did. And I tell you, it is going to pay off, I think, in the end. But boy, that is a lot of disrespect went on this morning. And okay, so here goes. So we're gonna recap. This morning they talk about the contract. The ladies, he asked the ladies what their opinion was on it, right? And he called Delicia Miss Dalton. Yeah, that's what he called her, Miss Dalton, because Mrs. Dalton is in the other room, right? And Gigi said, I appreciate when you ask questions because the podcast is too toxic for me. I appreciate taking one of them for the team, Sharon. Thank you, darling. You're welcome. Yeah, that's what I decided to do that part, you know, since as nothing else is working. So hopefully this part will work. So Delicia was telling him that says they're not getting fair compensation, and he told them that he is giving them an opportunity because Eros says, "I Gigi Sharon." Gigi says, "Sharon, she's still legal, Mrs. Dalton. I can't wait for her to get off of Dalton Anthony's money." I know, my yes, dear. I know. Let's see if they're gonna do that. But it looks like them are bringing everything else except that part, G. Okay, so far they are. Let me see where I was. I have to think too, right? Yes. So she's saying that they're not getting fair. Delicia is telling they're not getting fair compensation. Then he went on to tell them, says he's giving them an opportunity of a lifetime. There are nobody now, and they don't have anything to leverage with. So the contract gonna stay as is, right? And they're very upset, and they want a piece of the pie, and they let them know, so they get zero because nobody knows their name. Bethel says, Sharon, it's very toxic. I'm gonna stop watching. Oh, but it's getting good now. You're gonna stop when it's getting good, Bethel. Don't stop. It's entertainment, not to worry, Gigi. Because it's gonna get very interesting. This skit here, when I watched this skit and I heard what he said, nobody is more toxic than Wayne, right? And he's giving, as Quantum in this skit here, he's telling the ladies, telling Delicia why she's there. So it looks like they're gonna move maybe Lauren out and Delicia is gonna be in, to my to what I'm picking up, right? And in this, so Shayla asks him, says, we don't deserve nothing. You only think we deserve zero. And she says, we're just an employee. And him didn't answer them for that. He didn't answer Shayla for that, right? Marian says, Sharon Wayne is Mr. Toxicity. Of course he is. And you see, oh, I told you, I already know when people talk about how wonderful Delicia is, me already know from the dear Margaret, Delicia, go take that 15,000 and go sleep with him and go him and him and house and then give her that 15,000. Me know say she was no good. From she asleep with a Shayla man, she was no good. Regardless, Shayla did that to Amber. She's no different than Shayla. They're two peas in a pod. She went behind the girls them back, and she is telling Wayne that she deserves more because she's better than the rest of them inside there. Even down to Amber, every single one of them. And you know what? Me and Charmaine was there talking. And we've decided, say, that we know, say, he's playing them like a fiddle. He's go Charmaine say, Sharon, him a go tell every single one of them that they are somebody. Let me see if I write that down. Like I think him tell Delicia that she's his favorite. She is like Michael Jordan. That's what he says. She's like Michael Jordan. And then me don't know who him I gonna tell gonna be Lauren. I think him gonna have a name for each and every one of them. You understand? Oh, him already tell Shayla that at least she have a NBA, she have an NBA guy, a champion. And Shayla says, oh yes, I know my position and I play my position well, and I'll do it here on the podcast. So for Delicia to go behind the rest of the girls them back and go tell him says, I need my contract to be, I should get better paid than them because I'm better than them. Make that make sense. That not make no sense to me, ladies. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness, guys. It was unbelievable when I saw it. It's not unbelievable. It didn't surprise me. That's what I should tell you guys. It did not surprise me one bit. And I says, you know what? Wayne is playing them against each other. Charmaine says, Sharon, look where I do. He's going to tell the rest of them and give them a name. Each of one of them gonna have the same name. They're gonna have a different name because he's bringing the toxicity out again. Look what he did this morning. I make one. You see the thumbnail that I made for this one, right? I actually have a riot on there, but I don't want anything. I have things showing all over. He's the devil himself. Wayne is the devil himself. And matter about Jesus popping, I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. You see, when he stand up and he let me see if let me just mute that. Let me put myself here. All right. And I just want to see if I can get something to show you guys what I really wanted to put there. And he was just playing with these ladies. They don't, well, right now they need him, right? And his name means something. He's all over the world. He's global. You know what I mean? And he even let Delicia know, you guys don't want the tadpole. Because Amber is asking him, can we use your name when we go out on the road to promote? Him say no. Because when you go promote your restaurant or whatever you go promote, I am not getting any of that pie. That's what he tells them. But they still want to use his name. And he says, if no read no contract, I'm surprised. Come to think of it, ladies and gents. Oh, in God's name, they did not realize, I think she wants to pee. They did not realize that the lawyer did not realize says they have all of that in the contract. Why didn't is she a new lawyer? Doesn't she know what to do, or they need Natasha? Maybe they need Natasha because the lawyer should have told them that was in the contract. Would love to hear what's all in the contract because he said it's there. So that means Wayne cannot touch Amber Closet because it's going to be in her name. She can promote that. Her man can market that, right? As Charmaine was saying last night, that she have a marketer. She have a rich boyfriend. She's in a win-win situation than the rest of the girls. But one on her body cream. So what? So he's not gonna get anything of whatever they have going on, and even the gold thing that Gigi. He's not gonna get any of that. He's only gonna get 100% of whatever comes into the podcast because that's his name. But when they get their brand deal, remember they are nothing yet as Scan team. Nobody knows them. They're not an household name. People knows Delicia because she's on Instagram model and she do what she does, right? But at the end of the day, there are nobody right now. All right. All right, so let me hear what you. Yes, Wayne is playing checkers and yeah, checks. And the ladies are playing checkers. Yes, definitely error. Well said, dear error. All right, so let me, and then Marianne said Amber as a BPD, now as part of her brand. Exactly. So I do not understand. You mean in the skit or in real life? We're gonna deal with the in the skit, right? So she have that commercial. So she have that brand. That's nothing to do with Wayne. Whatever they do outside of the podcast, that's theirs. Just like how he says when LeBron he didn't get a piece of the pie or anything like that. Goddess says, but to date, right now, they have no fame. Exactly. So they need him right now to know them. They need KW to back them. Exactly. And that's what he's doing. So the lawyer should have explained that to them. And the lawyer, in my opinion, that was money wasted. That money wasted. And I don't like the fact, Goddess, can you believe it? That Delicia would go behind the back and tell him to pay her more money because she's better than everybody else. What did Amber do? Amber said to them, and Wayne that day, remember, I'm calling a spade a spade. That's why I love her so much. She said to him, maybe she may have faults that I don't like and I'll call her out on it. But when she right, may I call it too. She said to him, says, we are not signing that contract because it's not fair. And guess what? Amber do it as a team. But guess what? Delicia went behind them back and says, pay me more. And he says, you see him play them? You are my favorite. You remind me of Laura and James. Michael Jordan. But the girls them don't know that. Hi, O'Neill. Welcome in. Welcome in. O'Neill, are you working or you finished work? Because if you're not working, O'Neill, they should have paid at O'Neill. Yes, they should have paid you, O'Neill. They should have paid you, but they not pay you. I tell you, O'Neill, they take up everything what you said last night and then run with it. Me tell you now, O'Neill, you're the ghostwriter of that show. O'Neill, can you be my co-host today? Or are you busy? Because I don't have nobody to co-host with me today. So yeah, listen, all right. All right, so working on listening. All right, you're doing well. Oh, thank you, O'Neill. Yeah. So thank you, guys. So I am not surprised. Where you guys? Let's poll this. Oh, I thought I have my screen open up. Oh, yeah, I'm leaving that. All right. So let me poll this, guys. Did it surprise you that Delicia was backstabbing the ladies? She's no different than Lauren. That is why she and Lauren are so close. They're two peas in a pod. No difference. She's, let me see. Where are you guys? Oh. Were you surprised that Delicia was backstabbing the ladies? Okay. You know what I mean? It was so mind-boggling there, I tell you. Gigi says I to O'Neill. Gigi says, O'Neill, please come up and be Sharon's co-host. I have a bone to pick with you. Even for 5 minutes to get the bone picking, O'Neill. Sabrina says, no, it didn't surprise you. I know. Oh my goodness. Good evening, Sharon and Cha. Hi, dear Tracy, and welcome in. No, it doesn't surprise me that Delicia is two-faced. She tries to play both. Exactly. Just like, oh, Gigi, she did the same thing just like how, and what you call it there, Lauren did, and told Wayne about the lawyer. And then Mrs. Amber is going to be in for a rude awakening when she finds out about Delicia and Shayla. And then she better go to God because she have no discernment whatsoever. She has no discernment. 8, I'm working on listening, but I can give you a chicken bone. O'Neill. O'Neill says, okay, Gigi, you'll accept that chicken bone from O'Neill? Oh my goodness. Okay, so O'Neill wants to know, what's up, G? And then Diane says, hi dear Diane, welcome in. O'Neill, I don't want that chicken bone. Why you don't want the chicken bone, darling? You know, children love to eat chicken bone except me. Drumstick. That's why they are friends. Exactly, Maria. That's why they are friends. Yeah, and Anila laugh like crazy. I just want to call you out because I know that you have been given a hard time. No, it's been good, Gigi. I can't vote for him. He's been very, very good. Oh my God. And then Denisha is the one who will put us on the right direction. Yes, that's exactly what Charmaine and I was just talking about, Maria. You see, like how he's confided in her and he says, I am not toxic. What did Denisha said to him? I don't know enough about you yet to say that. And he said, no, I'm not toxic. You know what I mean? So back to the meat of an here. So Wayne says, I'm stirring them up. And Denisha wants to know, why are you stirring the pot? And he says, there's a lot at stake here. So I am creating a character for them character to come out because they are still, I've never done a podcast. Then Wayne, I just have to tell you, you have never done a podcast either, right? So he says that he'll get their personality out and he wants them to start thinking. You understand? That to get them mad. So when he get them hungry enough, they will be able to show them true self, their toxic self, because that's how he planning and making his money off of these girls. He's trying to recoup back what he put into that podcast, in my opinion. That's what I think. And Gigi, O'Neill, I enjoy your commentary about the podcast, girl. Okay. So he's there telling them that he's telling Delicia, Denisha that I'll get them mad so they can tell their truth. Do you agree with Wayne? Do you guys agree with Wayne, with what he was saying? Do you agree with Wayne with what he's told Denisha? Okay, so we're gonna poll this question. All right, guys. Okay, there you go. Let me see what me. Oh, I think we need to take that back. Let's see what I put. I'll start the poll. Do you agree with Wayne? Okay. We never spell Wayne name properly. Do you agree with what he said? All right. I think I get that part right now. All right. Goddess says here, no, I don't agree. But what needed on the podcast to gain followers and viewers? The drama. Yes, definitely. I totally agree with that. Gigi said O'Neill Wayne is being messy. That's not building the woman up. He may put Anthony, is like a BBL girlfriend, on as well for those girls. He may put Anthony is like a BBL girlfriend as one of those podcast girls. Exactly. Eros says, Sharon, I'm not surprised. Iro Mari. Yes, you're not, you were surprised. Candy, idea, Candy, welcome in. I get what he is doing short term, but it is not sustainable long term. Exactly. It's not sustainable long term. Well said, dear Candy. Michelle says, good evening, Sharon and Chat. Wayne keeps stirring the pot with the ladies on the podcast, but Denisha will be in the pot as well. Exactly. Two-Face. If they are that trigger, they will quit easily. Exactly. But now, O'Neill and Chat family, all that messy what O'Neill say again before me ask that question. He's trying to make them have thick skin. Okay, that makes sense. I like that. When he's trying to build them, yep, that's what he's doing definitely. O'Neill does keep us laughing, yeah. But he's actually right, though, Gigi. O'Neill is actually right. So that's what he told Denisha. That's what he's doing. What the question made I go ask O'Neill, me forget. But when it comes back to me, I will ask it O'Neill. I don't agree, Marianne says Denisha will be toxicity as well. Yes, she will be. So now he told her that she's the most hated on the podcast with the ladies, right? So if one of them move out of place, say for instance, Dan shows up and Dan causes chaos, then I guess he will get rid of Lauren, or he'll put Lauren in Denisha position and just move Denisha onto the podcast because he said that's why she's there. She might be on the podcast. And I said, he's always up to something. He's ahead of those girls and they don't even realize this. Fun can be cruel. If they don't have good self-esteem, it won't last. Exactly. You're absolutely right, O'Neill, because you're right. You're absolutely right. And we have to grow kids to kick skin. Because me and O'Neill and a lot of the commentators do get hate against us. And we have to definitely grow thick skin. And I'm learning. Michelle says, but Wayne doesn't have tough skin. If anyone challenge him, he get offended by making jokes. Well, maybe that's his way of coping, right? That's his way of coping. Everybody have a different kind of mechanism, really and truly. And then Gigi says, Denisa is toxic, already sleeping with a married man in the marital home, and then macaroni and cheese was with. Yes, and if you notice, when also said to her, he wants her to make her some more. He'd love for her to make her some more vegan mac and cheese. That's what he asked for just now. And Candy says, Denisha character is being built up and getting a bigger storyline beyond Anthony, cause that relationship will not last. That's a good point there. Correct. That's how he goes against it. Exactly. Yeah, that's how he does it. And everybody have to build. Yeah, you're right. So see, O'Neill, you're probably right. I am a straight shooter. Amber may not last. She's easily hurt. Well, she has to grow a backbone. She has to grow one. Because you see how far she was selling Shayla. Oh, I'm not don't mind it when she's talking about homewrecker. Remember when Wayne stirred the pot and he turned them against each other? First he's telling Shayla about she was with a champion, and Shayla says, oh yes, I know to play my position. And then Delicia got into her feelings and says, oh, and he says, at least you got a house out of it. And then Delicia said, but that is rent. And the pot starts stirring, and that was amazing to see. And I'm here sitting back and enjoying that nonsense that I've seen. That was pure entertainment on my part. Seriously, ladies and gents, it was pure mess. And I tell you guys, then Guess what he did? Amber get into the mix. Oh, Wayne says, and you shouldn't even say anything because you were swinging on Jesus' popping chain the morning of your when you're supposed to marry your husband. She said, "You're gonna tell my business like that, like that." And then Shayla wants to know, guys. Shayla, get in on the action. Oh my goodness, guys. Shayla getting on the action. Shayla says, "What you mean? Jesus swinging on Jesus' popping chain." Oh my God. And then the clash, it started, guys. My goodness. Amber says, "You are a home wrecker." Oh my goodness. And that's how it started. And then she said to Lauren, "Why you laughing? Why you getting involved in this? You don't have a ring on it because Wayne will never marry you because he is married to the game." And she says, "Don't you worry because guess what, guys? Because she gets what she wants from Wayne. Nah. I wish I'd have that nay button to press. Nah. Okay, so my question to you guys, does Delicia get what she wants from Wayne? Yeah, that's it. Does Lauren gets what she wants from Wayne? You know, sometimes, I get the names that mix up, so sorry about that, my lovelies. All right, so let me put this in. So we're gonna pull that because she's saying she gets what she wants from Wayne. I'm sure no Wayne tell her say no to the Birkin, no to everything she wants. So I mean, I understand how she gets everything from Wayne. All right, so let's read some more comments and then we get back into the meter fan. Because you guys have some nice idea here. All right. Maria says she don't agree. And Michelle says, good evening. Fans can be cruelly, Marie, that if they don't have good self-esteem, it won't last. Exactly. Michelle said, but Wayne doesn't have enough skin. Oh, yeah. Okay, me read that. Let me just come down. Let me come down. Let me see if we read this one. Idea Lucretius. I don't like Wayne. I don't like men who don't know their lane. Men who are in women's business. Wayne likes to create drama between women. He doesn't like peace. All right, thank you for that. The goddess is saying yes and laughing. Jeff said here, Shayla is the one who has tough enough skin to deal with the mess. The other girls ready to dish it out. I know. You're so right, Jeff. Shayla does have a thick skin. So let we pull that. All right. Let we pull that. That is so good. And we will end that one. Thank you guys for that one. So we're gonna pull this one. Yeah. Hold on. Does Shayla have thick skin? Oh my goodness. I think she's the only one actually does. Really and truly. I think so, but let's see what you guys say. The only two people on there, in my opinion, doesn't have thick skin would be, yeah, maybe we should have pulled that one. Amber and Tamara. Yeah, because they get for them feelings hurt too easily. All right, so Shayla is the only one who has thick skin enough to deal with the mess. The other girls ready to dish out. Exactly, Jeff. You're absolutely right. Well said. And Romari says, remember the 5 girls don't like each other. Exactly, they don't. But I think Amber is actually liking. Amber does like Delicia, but wait, she's gonna be sorry when she find out that she put her trust in a home wrecker just like Shayla. I can't wait for that to be exposed, and it might take forever to expose that. And when is the mediation? All right, so Gigi says Amber character really is strong to overcome that crap that Anthony and Shayla put her through, but they keep writing her insecure. Gigi, may I go say this once more time? Maybe you weren't here, but let me tell you. The reason why they're writing Amber character like that is the people them who is bypassing, May I have this glass of water? May I have that paper here? Amber I do our mess. What then do? Then cover up the then shut then just cover it up underneath that and then put it down, then park it one side. Nobody speak on it, they hide what Amber is doing. Or should I say they rejoice in what Amber is doing. She can't do no wrong. That is why they're still doing what they're doing to the Amber character. Because what? Her character can take it because the audience will always back her. All right? Okay. So if you don't accept her nonsense, then they won't write her right that. And then a lot of us won't get in our feelings and said we're going to stop watch it. Because at the end of the day, guys, it is pure entertainment and we get some teaching lessons from that we're not supposed to do what we see they're doing. All right, so Anil says, Lucretia, at Lucretia, the audience will create even more drama if they can't angle each other now. They will be eaten up by the public. Entertainment is not made for the faint at heart. And you are absolutely right, Anil. And I hope the ladies in there can actually understand what you're saying. We're not turning on Amber. We're just explaining about the ladies. So right now, the only lady I think can take it is Shayla, honestly. Shayla. And maybe Delicia because it looked like she don't care either. And Lucre said, Wayne, Anthony, and Denisha are very toxic that they get along. Do they? They don't get along. Anthony is just a fake. Remember Amber called him fake? Exactly. They don't get along. But right now, he's his best friend. I do not know when they become best friend. All right. So Ramari says, Amber wrecked her own home. La, 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 la. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Ramari. What we're doing with that chain. I know what they were doing with the chain, eh? Oh, I can think what they were doing with that chain, goddess. Oh my goodness. All I know, they were having lots of fun. And then she go and marry somebody else and kiss her husband and immortal. My goodness. Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, I forget some. I must behave myself, not say anything. Not. We're calling a spade because we're what? All grown here. All right, so Candy says, Shayla called Amber out. She is not innocent in the demise of her marriage, and that is also what Wayne was saying. Yes, Candy, that's what he was saying. Well, Shayla says Amber did it first. Yes, in a sense, Amber was cheating right up to the day of the wedding, but Amber did stop. So who take it over? No Shayla. So who is the home wrecker? No Shayla. Because Amber didn't go cheat until in the ending part when she saw Dave and decided that she had got take a leap of faith into the flesh and forget all about God and her husband. Right? Now Shayla, so yes. Shayla is a home wrecker. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Or is it? Let me ask you guys. Do you believe it started, the home wrecker would start from the beginning of the engagement and it just carry on into the marriage, although she didn't do anything while she was married? I'm just asking question. Just let me know, guys. You know, we have to have conversation. Lee, I send you the link. That was the best skit of the day. Which one, goddess? Oh yes, the fighting, the stirring up. Yes, I did. I enjoyed that very much. And you know, the nicest part is when Wayne actually jumped up from the scene, from the chair, and he decided that he is going to run away from all the chaos that he started. And I says, look at him. He is such a naughty devil. Wayne stirred the pot and then he ran out of the room and let them deal with it. And I wish he had come back in the room. I wanted to see what happens next. But I didn't get to see that, guys. I didn't get to see it because he come back and asked them if they were calm. And I just couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is because that was it. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get that thing that I make of them. It was so nice. I wanted you guys to see it, but I can't get it. All right. Gigi says, Amber prayed, God brought through losing 2 children without her husband alone. That's a survivor. Yes. So with that, that should have make her stronger. I don't like this insecurity that they are doing, but as I said, it's all the audience that make Amber don't get. They just hide whatever Amber does. They are for whatever. They're blessing Amber for whatever. She can't do no wrong in their eyes. Yes, that's the right word. Amber does no wrong in their eyes, but other people can't stomach it, but they don't care. They see it and they say she's fine. She's right. Antoinette says, I would come on, but I'm at the eye doctor. Okay, darling, let me know when you're free. And then Maria says, and Shayla says, Wayne and Amber destroy Amber marriage. Yes. But Shayla forget that says she was also in the mix. Shayla just exclude herself from that, because Shayla still not taking no accountability. But that is why Wayne is actually doing what he's doing, because he said he doesn't want them to get stale. He has to um keep them grounded. And then when they go to the ground zero, then it will start again, because they're like an orange. And when you squeeze it, you get that toxicity. You know, that rhyme that comes out of the orange. That's what he was talking about. So let's see if they will sign the contract tomorrow. Delicia will get her turn on Wayne train. Oh, yes. You think so? Because he always wanted Delicia. That's for sure. Candy says, Lauren is trying to get what she wants from Wayne. Yep, she's trying, but she ain't going to get it. Shayla will never take responsibility for destroying Amber and Anthony marriage. Exactly. And then Michelle says, his behavior is juvenile and ignorant. There is no way any of those women should allow themselves to be treated in such a manner by no man. Money is the root of all evil. Exactly. So this is why they can leave. They can leave and go do their own thing, or they stay and learn and then branch out when they have fame, when they get to be famous, or when brands coming at them and they have leverage and they can go to and expand. They can fly away from the coop, Amber is destroying her own marriage. Yes. Okay. Yes, this is it. O'Neill, if you're still here, how is Amber going to feel if Wayne want the secret out? She haven't told Dave about her infidelity right up to the day of her wedding. So if Wayne can say that out loud in front of the ladies, that in front of the podcast girls in that off room there, how will Amber feel if that's what Wayne is doing? Because he out her in front of the ladies, said she was swinging on his Jesus popping chain and go marry her husband. You remember? So how would Amber feel now? So when I heard him says that, I says, oh my goodness, this is why O'Neill and all of us been saying Amber shouldn't do the podcast, because she don't want Dave to know about that. But it looks like Wayne want that out. And I know one of those ladies is going to bring that up. So I think Amber, this is the right choice for Amber to do right now. Excuse herself from the podcast, really and truly. Or she could sit Dave down and tell Dave, because trust me, baby, Amber past is going to come bite her in the butt. She don't need him. Amber has Dave. She don't need him. She has a marketer. He can market her brand. Just like she and him did that deal and they closed that gold deal, that commercial. You know what I mean? All right. So Romari says, Amber destroying her own marriage. And Candy says, Shayla stand on who she is and does not attempt to pretend to be anyone other than exactly, but she don't take accountability too, Candy. Lee says yes, because her mother had already grounded her for any situation. It would be relationship, it would be podcast, it would be married husband, you know the rest. Yeah, married man. Yes. Lee, I sent you the link. And then St. Michael agree. Wayne character stir the cat and their claws comes out. Exactly. And that was a beautiful skit. That was a beautiful skit, guys. Amber and Tamara are the only one who aren't scheming and evil. The rest of the women are snakes. Exactly, Gigi. So well said there. Amber is fake, Romari says. Amber is a gas pan. Oh my goodness. Be nice, darling. Just say something nicer, but not like that, all right? Please hit the like button. Why is Wayne king of pettiness? This is why he is. That's why he's gonna get the character out so they can grow thick skin, right? Okay, so he tells Denisha that because I'm creating their character on the podcast, because if they know they're still ain't never done a podcast before, as I tell you guys, but me making them mad to tell them truth. They're going to get used to that rhythm. And then in the end, they will always come back to ground zero. Do you agree with that statement that Wayne made? So right, so I want you to play your part. He was telling Delicia, Denisha, you might even end up on the podcast, right? So Amber wanted to use his name to market, to market themselves, and he tell her no, she can't use it. None of them can use it because he's Kountry Wayne and he's a tadpole, so they don't need to do that. They need to do on their own. Whatever they do out there, they're not gonna share their stuff with him. And so now I'm wondering, this is not an assembly because so Wayne told them, let your work enhance your spirit, catch up with your beauty. And he's letting Delicia know that she's very beautiful, and he wants that spirit of her beautifulness to comes out and shine because what she's his favorite. So I'm wondering who is gonna be Scottie Pippen. I wonder if he's gonna tell Lauren that she's Scottie Pippen, or he's gonna tell what the other one name? Tamara or Amber. I'm dying to find out. So Delicia was also telling him that he's paying them peanuts, right? Minimum wage. Like I wish they would tell us how much he's paying them. That would be something. And then Wayne is telling Delicia that the ring that she's wearing, it is shining till him can even see himself in it. You know what I mean? And that was something else, I tell you. There was a lot of mess going on. You know what I mean? There was so much going on. I would. So I don't understand how the lawyer never explained the contract to them because he's saying everything is in the contract there. So Wayne tell every single one of the ladies them that him don't care. He doesn't care about nothing that they have to say. And he's absolutely right. He did not care, go through 1 year and come through. So he's gonna get them to do what he wants them to do unless they walk away, in my opinion. So now, do you think because Amber always asks Wayne for a favor, like to promote the bar to bring in the customer to help with that and the restaurant, you think that is why she was so inclined that he gives the girls them each 10%, so in total 50%? You think that is why she expected that? And then Delicia got met Wayne said him using money to control the girls them and just throw money around, you know? And she was so out of order, Delicia, she said to him, says, how much he get for the Amazon special? And he says he get 10 shows, 10 episode, I think. One is for 824, he says. And then Shayla says, Wayne, you see the value in us. And he invested money in them. So he actually see the value in them and he know that they're going to make money for him. But I'm dying to hear what he has to say tomorrow about the contract. But what really surprised me today was the fact that she could tell him that he was a tadpole. in the ocean. That was something else. Mm. Okay, Candy says Amber Carrot is insecure female. It is how they are writing her, and we must hope she develop over time. Oh, definitely. Zara says Amber Faye and Amber doesn't like Delicia, and Delicia cause she thinks so are more beautiful than her. Lucretia says when you have a good soul, of course you will be sensitive. Yeah, you will, but you can't make them see you sweat. And Gigi also went on to say, I disagree. Shayla cannot take the truth. She blamed Amber for the demise of her marriage when she assaulted that woman's husband trying to take him. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so Lucretia says, Lakeisha says, Leticia says, they don't need to use Wayne name for their brand because they will already have the Kountry Wayne podcast recognition. Exactly. Well said, dear Lift. Well says. And then Annie says, Amber just keep us distant from all those haters and snakes, including Anthony and Wayne. And Candice says, Amber had two men, all within 24 hours on her wedding day. Exactly. Yep, that's what I said too. Yeah, but nobody see that. Let's remember Anthony was begging to get into Rolander's bed. Nope, Shayla still, Amber still very sneaky, Romari says. And Gigi says Anthony was cheating with Shayla before he found out what his wife did. Let's remember that part. I remember everything, Gigi. Amber may have cheated through the engagement, but she didn't get pregnant and bring a baby into the marriage like Anthony did. But guess what, Gigi? Remember, she had a pregnancy scare, and Amber didn't know whose baby it was. Remember? All right. Nobody talking about that, but I remember that. Lucretia says, I mean, they have pretended to be friends, but they are not friends. I'm talking Anthony, Wayne, and Denisha. They're using each other. Exactly. Candy says, Amber is supposed to know the words, so she should know how important it is to start on a firm foundation. Her marriage was started on lies and deception, and that's the same thing she's doing again with Dave. Anything before a marriage. Okay. Thank you, Annie. And Gigi says Shayla had two men on a regular basis. She's living with Arby, assaulting Amber's husband, and keep sleeping with them both. Exactly, Gigi. Amber is also fake and wicked. Okay, Romari. Oh, Lord. And then Lakeisha says the dress Amber wore from her closet, they sell for $100 and she didn't sell it for $20. That's 80% less. Ooh. So Amber selling it for $100 and Shin is selling it for $20. Okay, I guess I'd have to buy it off of Shin. You mean that blue and white one? Okay, Goddess says, I agree. Amber started cheating first from the engagement. Okay, well said, dear Goddess. Annie says, just leave Amber alone. She's our girl. But we're speaking this, guys, we're calling a spade a spade. We're speaking what is happening. Because trust me, whatever we're saying it, we're calling a spade a spade. It's gonna come out regardless on the podcast. Hi, dearly, welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing great, darling. So, what you have to add to this? Because you know, oh, the chat is very steamy right now.
hmm Well, I mean, I will say I agree with a lot of things Wayne says today, but I think he's trying to motivate them to get on a bigger stage because this is just a podcast. But imagine if they were really if this starts off and they're not ready, it's gonna look bad that they're not ready for any questions. They're not ready for other people that gonna ask them something difficult. It's not just them that's in that room. It's gonna be other people, guests, and everything will be on that podcast.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Well said, dearly. Well said. So he's actually trying to let them, as O'Neill says, make them get a backbone. And they
Yep.
really need to be able. So he's pushing them. It may
Yeah,
not be right in some people eyes, but to what I'm seeing, right, I think there's a method to his madness.
yeah,
We may not like it, it look toxic, but he says they are toxic, and he's absolutely right. And he's bringing their character out because that's what he needs for them to be strong and to tell, be truthful with their story.
yeah. And I
Well,
think with Yeah, and I think with each person that he's going to, he's just putting like a seed in their mind because he did tell Delisa she's his favorite, but that's that's just to say to her to make her feel good to herself. But it could be somebody else that's his favorite. You know, he could have different
mm,
people that's his favorite, but I think he's trying to just let them feel like they are the boss or they are the person for now, but at the end, they need to humble themselves, like really, to be honest.
mm,
Yeah.
okay. So I noticed sorry dear, I was just looking to see if any more things dropped with them. But I see that they're making them and the mother sink our teeth into a piece of Mike's
Mike's
pie.
business. Hmm.
That is not good. We not understand why that is, but anyway, we'll cover that on another skit, on another review. All right, so let's see what the chat family is here saying. So Gigi is here saying, okay, Gigi said in reality, Amber would have walked away from the podcast. A lot of them would have walked away if that
Yeah,
was reality.
a
But we're
lot
not
of them.
dealing with reality. We're dealing in the in the skit reality right now. We're in SkitLanta universe right now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Gigi, Amber was cheating first, not because he found out from Shayla. Oh my goodness. So they're gonna have a back and forth between Romari and Gigi. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just come down here. Lucretia says, what Wayne does, it is called manipulation and brainwashing. Woo! I like that. And that's exactly what he's doing. But
Yeah.
he's calling it toxicity.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, Lee. Wayne never commit to Amber during their relation. Leticia, no. Take out the relationship out of that. They didn't have a relationship, they have a situationship.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh my goodness. I tell you, Gigi and Ramari, me can't take that. So me gonna ignore Gigi and Ramari conversation for now because that'll take me up. Amber and Dave won't last either because she hide things from him. All right, Marari. Well, she better tell him now because Wayne I gonna let it come out. You see, oh Wayne, just like how Wayne let it out in front of the girlfriend today. Amber was swinging on the Jesus popping chain before she went to her husband. That's what he said. And I hope you guys pick that up because baby, she better to go talk to Dave. Should
and
Amber.
you remember she wanted Wayne to keep everything a secret, but now he's getting to his point too. And he told them, he said, "Don't point the finger at me. Remember, I know everything about you."
Every single one of you. This is why I have you guys on the podcast.
Hmm.
You are right. Do you agree? Amber should tell Dave
And she should tell
before.
the whole truth,
Mm,
not just a little bit.
mm.
Hmm.
Okay. So I put this. Do you agree? Amber should tell Dave before it comes out on the podcast. All right, guys. So you know what we are talking about? Because at the end of the day, this is so it's either I think right now, in my opinion, guys, and Lee and chat family, in my opinion, I think Amber should walk away. if she
Yes.
doesn't want that secret to come out. What do you think?
Even for the divorce too. If she thinking about the 50%, I think it's just left up to the judge to be really honest.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't be fighting for it like that.
Okay. Thank you for that, Lee. Goddess says, get the likes up, chat. All right, guys, please hit the like button. Can I come on? I thought it says you're at the doctor's office, darling. Hold on. Let me send it to you. So you finished the doctor's office, Antoinette? Okay. I tried deleting stuff from my computer, right? And then it says I delete my OneDrive. So I may have to go in the recycle and put it on. But now I have to delete everything one by one. Oh my goodness. So things is getting okay. Antoinette, I sent it for you. And Romari says, I'm speaking facts, that's not bias. Oh, that's what okay. So I'll leave you two to continue your conversation between each other. Just be respectful.
Yeah. Be
Chatters.
respectful.
Yeah. I'm going to leave Romari and and my lovely Gigi to continue their conversation with each other. And we'll leave it at that. Hi dear Shirley, welcome in. How are you doing, Shirley? And then Gigi said, thank you, Goddess. I was about to go off and roll. What did Goddess do?
Hey,
Okay, at least. Hi, dear. How are you doing? Let me just read
I'm
five
good.
more comments and then you can come on. Wayne knows that he got the girls to get at each other. The podcast will be lit and they all will make money. No, they all will not be making money. They're
No,
going
they
to
will
be
not make
making the
money.
small liquor fees and he will be making the money. Come on now. That is why Amber was saying the contract wasn't good. He wants to make the money back what he put into the podcast. Popcorn, anyone? Popcorn, anyone? Oh my goodness, darling. Antoinette, don't you agree?
I agree, and like you were saying earlier, in the last few days, Sharon,
Mm-hmm.
and your previous guests that you had on there, like you all said, if they would have put something in, like 10,000, maybe would have been a different contract. Like you said, if they all would have put something in, you know,
Well,
I don't know.
I said that to Charmaine, and Charmaine said to
Yeah.
me, Sharon, even if they put that in, when would I take it from them same way?
Then why
Oh,
can't
okay.
they use Amber's office? Like put their differences aside and use Amber's office.
Them Amber
Or
extremists gonna have a fit.
they could have
You tell
used Shayla's
Or
house
rent or
too.
rent a podcast room.
Yeah, they could have ran.
Or they
To
can
be,
even
I think
use
what I want to
Tamara.
say this, Sharon. I want to say this. They too. I said Tamara. If I were Tamara, I would call ask Sarah.
Sarah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Call Sarah. Sarah said you could always call me. So
Mm-hmm.
Sarah did give her number. So all Tamara had to do is pick up the phone. And like I said,
Okay.
if they don't want to sign the contract, he could bring in Sarah. He could probably bring in Piara. He could put the Nisha on there. Probably Lauren. So who will be the fifth person? If nobody wants, it's probably Shayla, because she's ain't thing. So I mean, if it comes that, because they have to sign this contract when? When does the contract have to be signed?
I don't know. I didn't hear, but I
Tomorrow.
think that
He's
oh
coming back
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Oh, my
Oh.
volume is low. Okay, hold on.
You don't know your volume is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
perfect. Don't turn it up.
okay, so they have to sign it tomorrow.
I'm not sure if they're gonna sign it, but they're gonna look at it tomorrow.
Oh Lord.
But I'm
Another
not
day of
sure
that.
if it's in the signing stage. But there was a lot of disrespect going on today on the skit. He was very disrespectful. Then Delicia was extremely disrespectful. And then she have the nerve to go to him and tell him, says, oh, by the way,
Mm.
I am better than the rest of the ladies. I need my
My
contract to
contract.
be more. I need to get more money. And what did he says? No, but
That's
you're
the
my
same person.
favorite. And you remind me of Michael
Michael
So,
Jordan.
Jordan.
so who gonna
Mm.
be Scottie Pippen?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
wondering. That's why I'm wondering. Maybe we should do a poll. Who will be Scottie Pippen? I wonder if that's gonna be Amber or will that be what you call it there? And she went on to say Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They all Michael had a better deal, and he says no. Have you watched The Last Dance with Michael Jordan? And she says, I'm not sure what she said.
I think she said, no, I watched it. I watched it a couple of times. Very interesting, The
Mm-hmm.
Last Dance. So
The Last Dance.
what he trying to tell her, go watch The Last Dance with Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That,
And he
that's
said,
your answer. That would be your answer.
exactly. She need to go watch it because he says at the end of the day, they all get the same pay.
Mm.
I watched it too. I did watch it too.
Yes.
Yes.
But that says
Yeah.
in real life, I think anyway, we leave that I don't know. But they said if him never say him retire, he could have come back, but he gonna retire too early.
Right.
But anyway, we're not speaking of Michael Jordan right now.
Nah.
All right, so let's take some more of the chat and let's see what they're saying here, my darlings. Wayne, Amber, Shayla, and Anthony all ruined the Daltons' marriage. Exactly. Well said, dear my darling. Well said. So we can't blame one person. We have to blame all four of them because they were all four doing what they're not supposed to be doing. Goddess says,
Right.
please don't curse it in the chat towards us, mods, or other chatters. Be kind. And I'm going to second that, guys. We have our moderator in the chat. They will put you in timeout. So remember, be respectful. We have to have decent conversation. I understand Romari and Gigi was having their little conversation amongst each other, but be respectful.
Yes.
Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Always remember that.
So
and this is why you guys are unique. This channel belongs to you guys. And I also put the link in the chat. If you guys want to come up, let me know. I'll put the link in. You can come up and tell us your 2 cents, and then you can go back when another person comes up. All right? Okay. So Gigi says, Sharon, I'm wondering, is he paying all the women the same? Yes. They're all getting the same pay.
Same. Right.
Yeah. He's not giving none of them. Remember, Lauren asked him to give it, cut off Tamara 15,000 and give it to her, put it on her contract, and him tell her, no, don't watch my pocket.
And Denisha too.
And Denisha come now, want him to increase her pay because she thinks she better than the rest of them. And him tell her, no, but you're my favorite. I didn't tell anybody, but I bet you when Amber going, I'm going to tell Amber the same thing too. Watch and see when Amber going. If Amber going, let's see. I'm dying to see who is Scottie Pippen. I'm dying to see who is.
I don't know who's gonna be Scottie Pippen. I don't think. Do you all think Wayne gonna ever tell?
No, hold on. Gigi, I didn't say your curse. Gigi, no. Gigi, I wasn't saying that. She said, Sharon, I didn't say a curse word. No, we know that. I say that, darling? No, I'm just saying. We're just. I was just. What you calling up? Backing up Goddess, because Goddess was saying that people is to be respectful to the moderators, the chatters, and the hosts. And I second that with Goddess. And you're telling Goddess says, and I said to our moderators that they have the right. If anybody is being disrespectful in the chat, is to put them on timeout. right, Gigi? So you weren't being disrespectful or anything, but we know that Romari and you were going at it, and Romari said somewhere that I saw wasn't supposed to be said. So that's why I says be respectful, and that's it. So Goddess did what she has to do. All right. Alani says, watch Mike check his church girl for telling her father that he tried her. Ooh, well, we can't watch that right now. We're on a different mission. That's a
Right.
different kind of review. We're on this. We're
We're
on
trying to
Kingdom
figure out this
Master review.
podcast girls. The podcast
Yes.
girls is what we own.
Yeah, we're on the podcast, girl Alani.
In the
We're not gonna
contract.
the contract and the messiness. Wayne wants their toxicity to comes out. That's what he says.
I don't think Delicia want to come on there on the podcast because it's gonna
No,
come
she
out.
says yeah. She says she's fine where she is around her desk.
Uh-huh.
And Wayne is saying no, she's not fine. He's going to put her up there, but she says she's okay.
So I don't think she wanted to come out that she's staying with a married man while he going through a divorce. He moved in because if she getting on that podcast, you know it's gonna be Shayla. They're gonna say, "Aren't you staying with a married man? You move your son and you into the married man house, and he's going through a divorce." You know, Shayla gonna say that if she just get on there,
Mm.
and then she gonna say Anthony Dalton. So it's gonna be interesting. So, like I said, Sharon, if he do replace him, they don't sign the contract. Like I said, I can see Sunny on there because she wanted to get on there. Like I said, it could be Sunny, Sarah, Denisha, any other two he want to pick. I would
Yeah,
say,
even Erica needs to be on there too.
yeah, Erica, Kiari, if she stays sober, But that'd be a
Mm.
different group of girls. But I don't know if anyone gonna sign the contract. I don't know. What you think, Sharon?
Oh, I'm here talking away and I'm muted. Okay,
All
so they're all gonna sign the contract because they're all on the podcast. Trust me on that, guys.
And they all need
Because
that
he's telling,
coin.
eh?
And they all need that money.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason they said they need money for this and that. They need money for their
right.
brand and
Well,
everything.
Amber don't need money. Amber,
That's what I'm saying.
Then why
Amber
she's
don't need the
there?
money.
She don't need it. Then why she's there? Then I don't understand.
She wanted to put her brand out there. That's what I'm guessing. That was she was saying. She want to use the Kountry Wayne podcast to put her brand out there, her clothing line, her makeup and stuff.
But I think if she's already established, then she can just like Sharon said, ask Dave or whoever else. She been working with Ernestine a lot. So what about that?
Okay, let me put this to you guys. So, like how she wants, what you call it there, a piece of the pie from Wayne. Is Amber going to give Ernestine a piece of the pie of the Amber closet and her body butter?
I think so. I think she will. I think
She's
so.
going to give Ernestine a piece of the pie, or Ernestine is just her manager. Which is it?
She
By
would
her
not.
being,
I don't think
oh,
so.
okay.
I don't think she will. She's going to be
Because she
giving her a
already,
fee.
if you can remember, she already stole her idea in the time when they were doing the room.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay, no, which part I like in the conversation with Shayla right now, guys? The part, this thing here says, when Shayla says to Wayne, clearly, Wayne, you see the value in us because we wouldn't be here. Look, you invested your money, your baby mamas, your kids' money into us. I had to laugh when Shayla said that. Oh my goodness. That was so hilarious to me.
Yes, it was.
Okay, and right here, this one was really good. Wayne said, he don't see value. I feel like I am piggybacking. Uh, okay, yeah. Oh, look here. Antoinette, you're piggybacking.
I
I
can't
think
see
you're
the
listening to YouTube.
okay. I can't see the comments on my cell phone, so I can't read none of the comment. Let you put it up on the screen because I was gonna give you a break and try to read some comments, but I
Oh,
can't.
okay. Oh, yeah. But you are piggybacking. It's not good. So, turn down that volume. Yes, thank you. Okay, so Wayne said he doesn't see the value. That's what one of them said. I don't remember who said that. And you feel like you're very vulnerable, and I can see it. You all, Delicia told him. Okay, so it was Delicia who said it. Told Wayne, he's actually beneath them, and in the grand scheme of of things, quality of life stop with him, because he's wearing a chip on his shoulder.
Mm.
That's what, and I think she was really, really disgusting, if you ask me. You want
Mm.
Yeah.
somebody to give you a piece of them pie, and you're going to throw that in their face. And I don't remember which one of you chat family said in the chat says, you know what? Antoinette, you are still piggybacking. All right. Antoinette, you're piggybacking. You cannot be on here and you're piggybacking. I'm speaking, and you're having me speaking on. I could hear myself speaking. So you'd have to turn that off. Whoever come on the panel, you have to be mindful. You cannot have. I enjoy having you on the panel, but please, you cannot have noise in the background. I should be able to speak and not hear myself. So if you're in YouTube, turn it off. You can just, because I'm on YouTube on my phone, so I can get to see my chat. What I do, I volume it, I turn off the volume, and I turn off the phone to silence. So do that, please, so you can follow along in the chat. You don't have to
Okay, I
hear
will.
me, okay?
Okay, I will.
Because you
Okay.
already heard me speak, so you don't need, you're on here with me in StreamYard, so you don't need to hear me in YouTube too. All right, so thank you for that. All right, so so where was I?
You were
No,
breaking it down. Hmm.
I lost my chain of thought.
You were talking about Delicia and what she said, how she was
Yeah, it was
disrespectful.
very disrespectful.
Yeah.
It was extreme, and she wants that man, and then she have the nerve to go inside here and tell him how much she is better than the rest of the girls. Them.
Yeah. How
The
she wants her
only
own.
person I see would have their back would be Amber. I'm calling a spade a spade. The only person in that room I think would have their back is Amber. I don't know if Tamara will be like Amber too. Will have the rest of the girls them back, but maybe the Tamara. It's a maybe. All right, it's a maybe in my book, but I think Amber would actually has the girls them back. But for Lauren and Delicia to go behind the girls, you're still piggybacking there, and the girls them. They you know what, Antoinette? It is a pure distraction. I can't deal with it. Yeah. It's a pure yes. So with the girls them, it's really terrible when we see that. Antoinette, if I put you on the screen once more, I cannot hear myself in the background. I cannot, please. Okay.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You right, Sharon. Amber will be the one that will. I mean, it seems like she didn't want to. It seemed like Amber was trying to go to bat for everyone, regardless how she feel about them,
Mm-hmm.
because
That is what
she's the one that got the lawyer. and everything. I didn't think nobody else had thought about that.
No.
Can you hear me,
And
Sharon?
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh Lord, something. My volume is low.
All right, so let's come along here. And okay, thank you, dear Angela C. Ramari, please be respectful of the chat, and please be respectful of the chatters also, right? So you can speak your opinion, but be respectful, all right? We enjoy having you here, but be mindful, all right? Don't take it so personal. Don't put your emotion in it, right? We're just here for entertainment and educational purposes only. All right. Thank you very, very much. Candy says, they think because they know him that they are entitled to his money, regardless of what they're actually put in. These women put no money in the game. Exactly. But when we say it, you're absolutely right. Gigi says, Wayne just know he has to pay them a reasonable salary for them to stay, especially Amber. And I think all of them, he's giving every single one of them the same pay. And Angela says, yes, that is very hard to come back from. Yes. And then Era says, Sharon, let's be honest with ourselves. I still remember Shayla used to warn Amber about Wayne, but she did not listen to Amber. Never changed. She was on break. Okay. I know that Shayla was I've watched this skit them and I've showed you guys. I don't think I showed you that one when Shayla used to tell Amber not to do it. I know my sister and Charmaine sent me those skit, and they told Amber to be to drop Wayne because Anthony is a good guy. Yeah. Ernestine one Amber the other day says Anthony used to have her put her on a pedestal. Yeah, Wayne is a smart man, yes. And that is why Wayne is doing what he is doing right now because he needs the best out of them right now, and it's building them character, and he is doing what he has to do to get back his money from those ladies. Lucretia says, in the real life, I don't deal in business with men like him. He has no soul. He can betray you anytime. Oh my goodness. And him alone. What about Lauren and Shayla and Delicia? Come on now. So you have to put those girls in, lump them in with Wayne too. But Wayne has a plan and he's executing it, and I think he's doing a fantastic job doing that. Only thing I can say to you guys says get the popcorn, but the disrespect between Delicia and him, it's unacceptable behavior in my book. But he show it and they surely pick it up and they throw it back. Shayla C actually Angela C. Okay, exactly. But Shayla has the audacity to blame Amber for the double in their marriage. Antoinette, I can't add you to this cage again because you're piggybacking and it's not good in YouTube. And I will get a strike for that. I can't do it anymore. So if I put you on there one more time, you cannot have any piggyback in there. You have the screen, or you wait until you get home and you click on it so you can get to see the chat.
I had to go there. I
All
had to
right,
talk
good.
to my landlord. So that was my fault. Talk
All
to my
right, thank
landlord.
you. All right, thank you. All
No
right, so
problem. That's my
Amber
fault,
Ford.
Sharon.
Okay, darling. Thank you. So I don't need to be no more hot water. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Angela C. Exactly. But Shayla has the audacity to blame Amber for the trouble in their marriage. Anthony gave Amber for being with Wayne mainly because he was having an affair. Gigi, Shayla need to take accountability, but trust me, she's gonna get the accountability soon, I hope. Because you see, Wayne was throwing shot at Delicia about that's why he might big up Shayla and say, at least you get the house. And Delicia getting her feelings and says, it's rent. Shayla should have picked up that. Up till now, Shayla can't pick it up. That make no sense to me, guys.
Oh man.
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make
He
sense.
just
But
showed he hold Delicia in front of them and nobody pick up nothing. And you know the only
you
person
know,
to pick that up,
I thought
Delicia
he was.
know what he was doing and Larry know what he was doing. But Shayla,
Mhm.
Amber, and Honeypot are clueless.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
They worried about the bag, so they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gonna be very interesting.
It is gonna be
Oh
interesting.
man.
It's gonna be fireworks for real. It's gonna
I
be
think
lit.
I think we all should have our popcorn, wine, pop, juice, beer, whatever, pizza.
Definitely. Okay, so Angela says 34 likes, 38 currently watching. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Let me give you a round of applause for hitting the like button. Thank you, guys. Yes, thank you, guys. We're moving along nicely. No pregnancy scares, not baby, Sharon.
Mm.
But she said she was Antoinette Fowler. She'll come back on. I remember when she didn't have that pregnancy scared. You know what I mean? And she was worried. You remember Gigi? Oh my goodness. I said, nope. When my sister told, I said, thank God she wasn't pregnant. Yeah. And then Lucretia says, not sure what skit Bible way this character is reading. It's a skit Bible. Come on now, Lucretia. Angela, Angela, Wayne is reading the skit Bible, okay? Not the real one. Just kidding. We're just kidding here. Oh my God. So, are the ladies toxic? Who is more toxic? Wayne or the ladies? Just put it in the chat. I was trying to see if I can get some polls going on for you guys, and I wasn't able to do that yet.
You know what? I would say
Mm.
Wayne because he knows everything about the Delicia, Iman, and Shayla,
Mm-hmm.
and including Lori, Honeypot, and
Mm.
Amber. They like clueless of what's going on. Only thing Amber have on Shayla is what she did to Anthony, but Shayla do not know that Anthony told her what happened that night.
Mm-hmm.
She's still telling everybody Shayla that Anthony did this, Anthony did that, but she don't know that Anthony told Amber what she did.
Yeah.
So that I mean, so Shayla got two karma to come out.
Yeah.
All Amber have is one, but if I was Amber, like all your commutators said, some of your moderators said, and some of the chatter said, she need to tell Dave before the podcast
Yeah.
because you know,
I pulled that question for the group.
yes.
Yeah,
And
because
I
we
hope she
need
do,
that.
and I hope Wayne write it in the storyline where she do tell Dave about him and Wayne. Just tell the truth because I know he
Yeah.
got a past. He didn't tell her all his past, you
Yeah,
know.
it's true.
Right.
Mm.
You're right, Antoinette. You're absolutely right. This is why I always say to you, if you notice, I was the first one said on air on my other live that Amber should tell him the truth. Because when I saw them mention it again, I say, yes, this is going to be an issue. And I pick up that nugget and I keep on saying she should. And then everybody start run with it.
Mm.
Yeah, because I can see the liability of what can happen there. You know what I mean? So I am doing a poll right now for you guys, and I am putting it in. Hopefully I can get the last one in and it works. Okay, it works. So I'm putting who was most in the wrong in today's skits? Wayne, the ladies, the podcast girl, Libby. Both were equally wrong. I think we need to remove Libby. Libby not in this. So I know why
She's not in the podcast. She's not even part of the
exactly. So I may
podcast.
have to take that out. All right. So you guys have that to poll there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me see with the chats. You say you're on your computer now?
Yeah, I'm on my tablet now. I just connected to my tablet, so I'll be able to vote.
Okay. So Sabrina says here, Amber married Anthony under false pretenses. She took Anthony's decision to stop the wedding away from him. Yeah, she should have told Anthony that. That's what I'm saying. And then it would be up to him if he still wants to marry, and then Shayla wouldn't have any leverage against Amber. And now with
Mm.
Dave, this is why, guys, I know you guys think I don't love Amber, but I do love the character. She's the reason why I always tell you, the guys, that's why I started this channel. And I really want her to tell Dave the truth. In
Mm.
other instant, I would say not to tell him, but because she's doing the podcast, everybody around her knows. And from she is panicking about that, she even tell him, I'm worried about the wrong things. I'm worried about my past coming out. She tell him that, but she never tell him why, what. And as Antoinette says, he has a past too. So he should understand. Right? Maybe he will surprise us and she was worrying for no reason. And if he's not going to understand that, mean he wasn't the guy for her. That's all I'm saying. But maybe he will surprise us.
Yes, you are right. You just might do a three. Yeah.
All right. So Angela says, Wayne wants to chat with the ladies tomorrow, yet there is nothing further to discuss. Sign or not sign. The contract is all that is left to do. Exactly. Exactly. And he said he did a good thing for them, because at least when they get the brand deal, when they get the everything, our restaurant, he doesn't have to get nothing from it. Even our clothing store, Amber Closet, her body button, even our gold business where she had to do our commercial, he's not privy to that. And he says, I'm surprised the lawyer didn't tell you guys that. So he says, I'm not getting anything from whatever you guys are making. But whatever comes, but the Lord did tell them, whatever comes to the podcast, that 100% belongs to Wayne. And I think that's a good fair option, because he is using his name to build them. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, they will blow up. Hopefully it doesn't destroy them, because trust me, that's their secret to tell. And that is not really a good thing to go out yourself like that. Sometimes it can make you or it can break you.
It's
And
Mm.
true.
Delicia have a brand deal. She has a name for herself. Her situation is very sticky. Yes, she's not with a married man, but she took her best friend man too. So she's no different from Shayla. They all cut. She, Tamir, Lauren, and Delicia, they're all the same. They cut from the same cloth.
Only
Yep.
person to me, Sharon, and chat and other guests, the only person that probably have a clean slate is Honey Pot. All she did was dealt with what Wayne.
Mm,
To us, that we don't know if she has a skeleton in her back. We don't know. But as of now, she don't have no skeleton to explode.
mm.
To expose.
Okay, and then Money Law says, Hi, Money Law. Amber told Wayne he's not that rich. He is not as big as he think he is. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention that. Then turn around and ask, well, can we at least use your name? Exactly, Money Law, just like Delicia told him that he was nothing, that he is beneath them. That's what she says. When you are beneath us, you
Mm.
understand the same
But
thing.
he,
And
you
then they
notice,
want,
you notice there's two leaders that really disrespect Wayne today. Did you notice
yes,
that?
yes, there was
Amber and Amber
Amber and
and
Delicia. Yeah.
see, that's the funny part is.
Angela C says Amber has other stream of income. She doesn't need to be on the podcast. Why is she on the podcast, Angela C? Why is she on their money law? Why is she everybody else? Gigi, I always want Amber to tell her truth, but I definitely want her to walk away from the podcast, cut ties with Wayne, and start anew with Dave. Thank you, G. And then Brian says, Hi there, Brian. Welcome in. Welcome to the Sharon chat family. In what world does she deserve 50% of anything? Amber, worst businesswoman. Oh, Lord, thank you for that. All right. And Angela says, Shayla is the character who needs the podcast since she no longer has E-Man funding. Exactly. But she has under the funding as long as it's just she and Kai. Amber should tell him because someone else does. Exactly. And it would be better if it comes from Amber. Trust my word, ladies and
Yeah.
gents. If Amber
Yeah.
tells him, remember what I'm telling you guys, It's better if it comes from Amber. And today, when I look at it, I say, no, something, Amber, you don't need this. You need to walk away. Ernestine is telling Candice is telling Ernestine, why are you telling Amber to walk away from it? So let's see. I didn't get to watch that yet, but I will watch that after. And then Lucretia says, does Dave tell Amber something about his unfinished business? Do you talk about your exes to your partner? Definitely not. But because she's going on a podcast, Lucretia, because creature, because she's going on the podcast, remember, Wayne just out Amber in front of everybody. He said she was swinging on the Jesus popping chain and then got married her husband. All right. I guess no, that go over everybody's head then. Hi, dear London coach. Oh, hi, dear. Welcome into Sharon Review. This is the second time I'm seeing. I hope you're liking the review so far. Hi, all from London, UK. Welcome in. And then Brian says, why should they get a percentage on the back end? Because they think there are Beyonce and Jay-Z. Or they think they're or even but the other little one there, my love, Cardi B. Maybe they think them a Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my goodness. Gigi says, Angela, that's what I said. Carla and Lorraine needs a podcast. They have nothing. I do not know who is Carla. Else when it's gonna dump her too. I do not know who you're talking about. Me know who is Carla. I'm wrapping my head around. Hi there, Suzette J. And Gigi said, no, Amber pays for the office. Let's Wayne get them off to you. He wants the benefit of everything. Wayne is actually putting up everything, Gigi, as I'm learning from, and what's her name? Charmaine and Honey last night on our moderators live, is that he is fronting them and they're using his name. So because of his name, they're going to become a household name. They will be able to get brand deals. And then they can come back and leverage their contract. They're going to be a hot commodity. Although they're hot commodity, who is buying? So they're going to go out, they get the sponsors and whatever. When they get the sponsors, do they still want Wayne? Or are they still going to want to ride on Wayne coattail? That's all I'm saying. They're going to be somebody, they have something to leverage now because they're going to be in demand. Wayne is going to want them because what? They're going to be extremely famous. Right now, they need Wayne. But when they become, when him jump off, he'll come back, I hope. When Wayne see, they're so busy and they're in demand, Wayne is going to need them. Mark my word, guys. Charmaine is absolutely right. Wayne is going to want them. That's what Charmaine said, and she's right. She's totally right. What do you say, Lee?
Oh, I didn't hear you. I was on mute.
Okay. Oh, you fall off. Okay, yeah. So right now they need Wayne.
Yes, correct.
For them to become somebody. And he is the one doing it for them. Yes. The disrespect that Delicia did was to call him a tadpole. He's a nobody. He is in a tadpole. And he's beneath them. But they need him now.
Yeah.
But Wayne is going to be the one that need them eventually because they're going to become a hot commodity. And then he's going to be the one that need them. Then they can negotiate the contract if they still wants to be with him. Or they can branch out and do their own thing. Mark our word.
Yep, correct.
He built his name and they are benefiting from that. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. Well said. Tamara doesn't even think for herself. She let the weirdo Shayla thinks for her. How could she call it? Oh my goodness, Gigi. Delicia is the biggest snake. Oh, not Delicia only. We have Shayla and we have Lauren inside there.
Yeah.
Suzette P says he even put one of his baby mother. He could even put one of his baby mother on there too. Delicia Caldwell, all kind of name. Very disrespect. Exactly, goddess. When I sat there and I watched that, I'm here saying, it's people, I didn't even get to go on O'Neill yet to see if O'Neill caught that. I haven't gone on Auntie Riri because I've been here trying to get some stuff done. But can you believe how disrespectful that girl was? If that somebody said it in the chat today, if that was a white man, she would not disrespect them like that. None of them.
None
From
of them were
Amber go right
disrespectful.
now, those five ladies would have respect for that white man.
Yeah, correct.
See, yes, somebody called it in the chat this morning. Amber actually is the Michael Jordan of the podcast. Delicia is Scottie Pippen. Thank you, dear. We're gonna hear what Wayne tell them. I wonder if they're gonna have another conversation. I'm looking forward to see what he tells Amber. Wayne may let Amber's secret slip out to Dave. Oh la la. This is why I said Amber needs to tell Angela.
Mm.
Dandy says, I agree with that. Brian says Scotty was making more money than Michael J, but Michael J made more from endorsement until his last 2 years. Thank you, dear Brian. Gigi says Amber has more experience in business than Delicia. She's just a stylist. And she also a brand ambassador. She's also a SAS contour. She's a mogul. And she has 1 million followers across her social media platform. Gigi says, oh, that a long time ago we passed that. That means I made it far up. Okay, made it too far up. All right. When it's playing games with all the ladies. Okay, when it's playing games, yes. Because he building their character, as O'Neill says, yeah. One of the baby mothers might tell too much of Wayne business. He can't have that. Gigi says,
Oh, we
Sharon,
would
is
like
Wayne
that.
paying for Wayne Amber's office? No, he's not. He doesn't even know she have an
I,
office.
I have
But
a question when you're done.
mhm, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, have you ever seen Wayne lose anything in this skit? Like it could be relationship, it can be business, it can be anything. Has Wayne ever lost anything? Because it seemed to me
Amber,
like everybody has
Amber,
he's
he
lost
lost
Amber.
Amber.
No, I'm talking about what I mean by losing something is like how all these people have their skeletons and stuff in the
Mm-hmm.
closet. Has Win ever come across his own of um what's the word I'm looking for? His own of karma. Has he ever came across that? That's the question I'm
No,
asking.
no,
See?
he hasn't come
So
across any. He hasn't gotten any karma. The only
okay.
karma I can think him getting is Amber leaving him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs more. He himself is part of that group too.
Mm-hmm.
So
And Sarah Lee, hi Sandra, welcome in. Delicia is just as bad as Lauren. She thinks she's better, but she's the same. Both are money hungry and will do anything to get a man money and gifts. Exactly, Sandra. Well said.
well
Well
said.
said. Dave X's is going to make a comeback. Yes, they are going to make a comeback.
Yes,
Amber
that's
is
not a
going to
lie.
have a different perspective after she finds out what Delicia has done. Exactly. This is
Mm,
why Brian and Chad family and panel members, I really believe this is going to happen when she find out that she have no discernment, the blouse and skirt. And
mm.
that is such a shame. It's your girl says, hi dear, it's your girl. How you doing? Was
Mhm.
there a nugget about Eamon and Shayla from Wayne? Yes, my darling. And that is why it says you got the house, baby. So maybe Shayla and Eamon will get back together. You never know. Oh, speak on it, Sharon. Shayla was clueless. I know, but she can't find out everybody else's business. Suzette P said they betrayed him anytime, especially Lauren and Delicia. Of course they will. But that's why this, this is why this is happening to them. They deserve it. You know why, guys? Because they tricked Tamara into asking Wayne to do the podcast. When, if Delicia is so popular and well known, why didn't she
Right.
put up her money? Guys, I'm asking this question. Why didn't Delicia put up her money?
Right.
Because she says she's popular than him. You hear how out that she was when she says, "Oh, what about how did your Amazon special done?" It's like said that was nothing. He
Mm,
did nothing great. He's beneath her.
But I think she was saying that because she's talking about her own field, her own career. This is different because this is a podcast. None of them has ever been on a podcast. So, you know, they have to come from their perspective of like how other them have their own lanes, their own thing. But if they're coming on this podcast, they gotta be, like Wayne said, y'all haven't done nothing proving yourself. So that's why I say whatever Delicia is saying, it doesn't even make sense or it doesn't even add up to what Wayne has put in. That's why it will not it will not mean anything, to be
Exactly.
honest.
But I have something to say on that. I know. I believe I know this is on the skit land, but and Amber had experience with podcasts in the past. You remember her and Ernestine? You used to have a podcast. I don't know if it's still going on. If they still have it,
That is in real life, right?
that's what I'm saying. It's in real life, so
Right.
maybe he should have wrote in the skit that that Amber have an experience with podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could have wrote something like that where at least Amber knows something. He could have said where Amber knows something about podcasts. You know,
Mm.
just write it in there. And I don't know. I'm just throwing spaghetti up
But
in the sky.
Antoinette, they're not gonna make Amber be
They're not
sensible now,
gonna,
do
yeah,
you?
they're not gonna make her to know that she does things outside of her real life, because the
Okay.
way, yeah, the way her character is written is to be like
Uh,
A dum
not
dum.
knowing a lot. She doesn't know
to be a
what's
dum dum.
mm,
One
mm,
minute she's sensible and the next she's not. They dumb her down.
yeah,
Right.
And insecurity comes into play and all of that
all of
nonsense. And
that,
then
yeah,
she
all
and
of
they
that,
make her not telling truth and other people can tell her truth for
yeah,
her.
and
Like said she don't have a mouth.
it's always hypocrite. It's always like,
Right.
Yeah. So, oh yes, thank you, Suzette P, for letting me know. She says that was me, Sharon Delicia. Could not talk to a white man that way. Yes, darling. I didn't remember who said it. Thank you, Suzette P. Yeah, because I remember. See, I do read your guys' comment, but on good thing your share can't remember who said it. Me have to get familiarized with all of you guys. Marianne says yes. Well says guys. Well said
Right.
Lee and Antoinette. Marianne says yes. But Dave has already told the exes Amber's future. Dave's sister said she doesn't see her and Dave getting back together. Plus, she says, don't give up what you have with Steve for Dave. Okay, thank you for that, Marianne. And then Lucretia says, there's nothing wrong to be money hungry if you work for your money. Exactly, you can.
Can
There
I
is
say?
not. That is what Denisha is doing. You
Can I
think
say?
that Denisha not play her card right to be on that podcast? And when it's even playing Denisha, Anthony, Amber, every single one of them, they're all on his chessboard. He's playing chesses with all of them.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. He set up everything perfectly because what? He knows how to make that money. You see, when Tamara tell him about the podcast, he said, baby, we are going to make papers. And
mm-hmm.
that is why he take that from them. Whose
You know
idea
what?
was?
Can I say one thing
Mm-hmm.
about the Dave incident? I don't know. I haven't seen the skit. I was gonna go back and take a look, but what I seen in it, I don't know where I seen it. Where when Evelyn was talking to Dave's sister,
Mm-hmm.
the last skit that them two did, and it was like Dave's sister is starting to like Amber, but she don't like it where that she's still married. You remember when they first met? She couldn't
Mm-hmm.
stand Amber, and then now the last couple of skits with her and Evelyn, she's like, I'm liking this Amber. Yes, she's married. Yes, she's supposed to be going through divorce, and then he go Evelyn. How many months? It takes time. It's mediation. Ain't nobody just gonna sell her like that out of court. Dummy or mediation that fast. So it might take time for them to
Mm-hmm.
divorce. So Wayne did say on the pod, I forgot which podcast he said it on. He said they will be. He said the Daltons will be divorced. Don't know when. Like y'all said, it could be 2030 or 2060,
Mm-hmm.
2080.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
all I want
Yeah.
to say about his sister.
Okay. Yep. So that is all we have for today, my lovely. So thank you guys. So what I will leave with you guys is this. Or do you guys want me to go on or we end it now?
Well, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'm free until whenever I go to bed.
Well, I'll end it now and I will jump back on in a minute, in a
It's,
bit. Let
it's
me go
something.
take a look. I'll come in on, yes. I will take a look at the rest of the skit and then we come
Yeah.
back on. All right, guys,
All
if you
right.
guys are
All right.
available.
Everybody have
Thank
a
you,
good.
guys. Please like,
Everybody have a
please
good
share.
Bye.
evening. Good night.
Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, Lee, for coming on.
No
I am
problem.
glad Wayne did not give in to their demands. They didn't even consider contributing. Do you
Right.
guys agree with Sandra Lee question? Please leave it in the chat below. Guys, please go back and like the video. I'd really appreciate it. And please hit the like button on your way out. Thank you, guys. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye for now.